Final details of the Mikel Merino deal. The here we go to Arsenal is really close. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, we have to update on João, Felix, Gallagher, on the situation of Arsenal future signing and also Kingsley Coman and Militao. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start updating you with one of the biggest, maybe the biggest saga, the craziest for sure saga of the summer transfer window, João, Felix, Gallagher. Yesterday night I gave you an update, it was on Friday night, saying that they were getting really closer to a deal done, to a here we go, the second here we go in the case of Conor Gallagher, and the here we go for João Felix back to Chelsea. Well, what we can say tonight is that even today, even on Saturday, Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have been able to advance to the final stages for João Felix to go back to Chelsea and Conor Gallagher to go to Atletico Madrid. So they are really working on the final details of the story. As I told you yesterday, the final transfer fee for João Felix is not going to be 60, 65, 70 million euros as reported in Spain. The expectation is to be lower, probably something around 40, maximum 45 million euros, but I think it's going to be around 40 plus add-ons. So this could be the structure of the deal. But even today, the clubs have been advancing. João Felix registered by Atletico Madrid is not changing anything in terms of negotiations. They are still working on it. There are still some details to clarify. Sometimes, guys, when there are so many people involved, agents, intermediaries, clubs, players, they have to fix many things. Sometimes it's also about the taxes system. So there are things to clarify. They are working on it, but preparing to get the deal done. Remember that on Wednesday there is the presentation at the Civitas Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid of the new signings of Atletico Madrid, and Atletico want to have Conor Gallagher there. It doesn't mean there is going to be a deadline for the deal, it's not about that, but they want to have Conor Gallagher there. They know it's going to be special because there is going to be Julian Alvarez, Robbie Lenormand, the new signings of Atletico Madrid this summer, and so imagine adding a player like Conor Gallagher after this crazy saga would also be nice for the player. So working on every single detail of the deal to get it done. Advancing, I will keep you posted when it's gonna be time to say done, because in this saga really anything can happen. Anything cannot happen around Real Madrid because Carlo Ancelotti confirmed again today that the squad is closed. When he says squad closed, it means that they don't want to sign a new player this summer in the final 2 weeks. So the idea of Real Madrid is to stay with the current squad, and also Real Madrid are not planning to let any of their stars leave the club this summer. Maybe if there is an opportunity for some young player, like for example Nico Pass, there is the possibility to leave. For other players, top players, Real Madrid are not going to accept any bid in the final days of the transfer window. So when you see all the stuff out about, for example, Eder Militao, we had reports about the possibility of Eder Militao going to Saudi. Guys, the interest from Saudi in many Real Madrid players, Militao and not only, is really true in the sense that they really love Real Madrid players. They would love to bring Real Madrid players because they are fantastic players, but also because for the image of the league to add more Real Madrid players, the most powerful players in this moment, because obviously of them winning Champions League, La Liga and many titles in the recent years. So they want to make it happen, but at the same time the door of Real Madrid is completely closed to big names exit, at least for this summer transfer window. So Real Madrid are not accepting proposals for Militao. There is no chance to go, also because they have Militao, Rudiger, Alaba. They know that Alaba is not ready yet at this point. Will take some time before he will be 100% ready and fit after the injury. So Real Madrid would never let a player like Eder Militao go. Real Madrid consider Eder Militao a crucial player in their idea for the present and for the future. This is why they extended his contract. It was just a few months ago, and so the idea of Real Madrid is absolutely to continue with Eder Militao, who is a really important player who got injured last year, but Real Madrid were waiting for him, were caring about him in terms of medical stuff in a special way, because he's a player who is considered really important for their project, and so Militao staying at Real Madrid. Get ready, guys, because could be important hours. My feeling, talking to my sources, is that could be something like 24, 48 hours, but we are really at the final meters, at the final details of the Mikel Merino deal. The here we go to Arsenal is really close. We can say almost there. working on the final steps, and then Mikel Merino will be new Arsenal player. As I told you, there is already an agreement on the final fee. They're working, it's already 2-3 weeks, on the payment terms, the deal structure, the add-ons, so the details of the deal, but they're getting closer on everything, even on the details. So Mikel Merino is extremely close to becoming a new Arsenal player. He already had some conversations with Mikel Arteta. He can't wait to play for Mikel Arteta. As I told you these weeks, really similar to the Calafiori story. The player is super attracted by the project, believes that Arsenal is the perfect place to be, and so work in progress on this one. We are really at the final steps of the saga for Mikel Merino to go to Arsenal. The player is not called up for the opening game in La Liga for Real Sociedad. Also, Imanol, the manager of Real Sociedad, confirmed that in this moment it was better not to call the player because there are negotiations, and the negotiations are with Arsenal. The negotiations are very advanced. The director of Arsenal, Edu, has been in Spain in the recent days to advance on the deal, so getting definitely closer to the here we go for Mikel Merino. And then I expect some movement also in the next days for Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale is in the list of some clubs. There are some possibilities for him. Arsenal are insisting on a permanent transfer, but let's see if they will find a way for this one or not. But for sure on Ramsdale there could be movement, and Arsenal are already preparing to have a new backup goalkeeper with João Garcia, with Garcia from Espanyol, who can be a candidate for the role of backup goalkeeper behind obviously David Raya. So this is the idea of Arsenal. And then guys, a name to watch in the final 13 days of the summer transfer window: Kingsley Coman. Because Kingsley Coman can leave on loan, can be initial loan with a buy clause, so the details of the deal are yet to be discussed, but Coman can leave, and Coman is giving a priority to exit. So there could be movement in the next days for Kingsley Coman. There was interest from Paris Saint-Germain. Let's see if Paris Saint-Germain will decide to go for this one or not, but they, at the moment, they are not advancing yet in a strong way, but he's one of the players they considered. There was interest from, and there is interest from Premier League, so there could be things happening around Kingsley Coman in Premier League in the final 2 weeks of the transfer window. I will keep an eye on Kingsley Coman. Also, as I told you 1 week ago, for Barcelona. Because Barcelona know that the situation of other wingers like Luis Diaz, Arne Slot say that he's not leaving. Then we know for Nico Williams the situation became extremely complicated. So Barcelona are keeping close eye to the situation of Kingsley Coman. They already had some contacts. They know the player can leave on loan. They know there is a problem, and it's the salary, because Coman is on a big salary at Bayern, but he's a player appreciated by Hansi Flick and could be a solution for Barca in the final days. So let's see, he's not the only name on the list, but he's one of the candidates that Barcelona are considering for their winger position. So will be one to watch for Barca. Kingsley Coman, but also in Premier League there is movement, so keep an eye on Coman because things could happen for the French winger. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories from Coman to Merino, João, Felix, Gallagher, Militao. I wait for your opinion here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.